Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, think for a second about something you see, well, pretty much constantly. The sky.
Yeah, it's just there, isn't it? The
Yep.
backdrop to everything. We glance at it, sure,
Yeah.
but how often do we really, look at it?
Exactly. What is it? How does it make us feel? What stories are wrapped up in it? That's what we want to get into today.
Hmm.
We've been digging into this really interesting source, actually, a podcast aimed at English learners, where they tackled the sky. Our plan is to take their starting point and go a bit deeper on the fascinating stuff.
Right, take that foundation they built and maybe explore a bit more of the why behind it all. You know, the things that make you go, huh, interesting.
Totally. So right now, wherever you happen to be listening, maybe just look out the window. Or think back to the last time you really noticed the sky. What did it look like? Color? Feel?
It's funny, that's exactly how our source kicked things off.
Yeah, it's a great way in, isn't it? Makes this huge universal thing feel immediate and, well, personal.
Definitely. And from there, they got into the basics, like the scientific definition,
Right. The atmosphere. That layer of gases all around Earth.
which sounds simple, but it's way more than just empty space up there. It's this incredibly complex mix: nitrogen, oxygen, moisture, tiny little particles,
Mm-hmm.
all working together. Life basically depends on it.
But then there's also just what we see, our everyday sense of it.
Exactly. The blue, the dark, the clouds, the stars. That visual experience we all share.
And that visual part is, well, it's all about sunlight hitting that atmosphere, right?
Pretty much the colors, the clouds, everything we observe, it's a result of that interaction. Sunlight meeting gas and particles.
Okay, so thinking about what we see, let's talk descriptions. Our source had a good list of words, like clear, cloudy, overcast.
Yeah, and each one immediately gives you a different mental picture, doesn't it?
It really does.
Clear feels open, endless. Overcast is like a ceiling almost, heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Then you've got starry, instantly makes you think of night. And stormy, that's got drama, power.
Mm-hmm. And hazy.
Yeah.
Sort of soft, maybe humid or, maybe polluted sometimes, less defined.
And twilight, that transition time.
Oh yeah, the magic hour. Pinks, purples, oranges, really vibrant.
The source suggested trying to use these words, like actually think of a time you described the sky using one.
It's a good exercise. Makes the word stick better than just reading a list.
Yeah.
Connects it to your own experience.
Definitely helps. Okay, so moving on. What really grabs us about the sky is how it's always changing, right? Never the same twice.
Absolutely. Sunrises, sunsets,
Yeah.
totally unique every single day.
Our source talked about that, the oranges, pinks, yellows at dawn, and then all the different colors you can get as the sun goes down.
It's just the earth turning, changing the angle of the sunlight through the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Simple mechanics, but
Yeah.
wow. The results.
And then nighttime. The source shared this fact that it stops you in your tracks.
Oh, the stars one?
Yeah. More stars in the universe than grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth combined.
Yeah, mind-boggling is the word. You can't really picture it.
You really can't. And when you try to grapple with that scale, it's no wonder it leads to those huge questions the source brought up.
Right. Why are we here? What's out there?
Are we alone? All that fundamental stuff.
And people have been asking those questions forever, looking up at the same sky. Every culture throughout history.
Which is a perfect lead-in to how different cultures see the sky. Our source had some great examples.
Mm-hmm. Like the ancient Greeks. Uranus, the god of the sky.
Yeah, and the stars were his kids. It's a way to make sense of it all, give it a story.
Totally. Weaving it into how they understood the world.
Then there was the Native American tradition, seeing stars as like ancestors watching over them.
That's beautiful. Such a feeling of connection, of presence.
It really is. And that Asian custom, releasing the sky lanterns at festivals.
Oh, yeah, the colorful lanterns floating up. It's so visual, so interactive almost, setting hopes up into the sky.
It shows how deep that connection goes, doesn't it? Explanations, connections, celebrations, it's all tied up with the sky.
And the source asks, does your culture have sky stories or traditions? It's worth thinking about.
It really is. But beyond the big cultural stuff, the sky hits us personally too, right? Affects our mood.
Oh, for sure. The source talked about that blue sky often makes you feel, happy, calm?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's linked to good weather, being outside.
Probably. And then a dark, stormy sky that can feel different, nervous maybe, or even excited, that sense of power.
Right. And a starry night. The source said it can make you feel small, but peaceful too.
Yeah, that sense of awe, seeing your place in the bigger picture.
There was that personal story in the source, too, about seeing a rainbow after being sad.
Yeah. Like a symbol of hope just appearing up there.
It really hammers home that point, doesn't it? The sky is a kind of mirror for our feelings.
Mm-hmm. Reflecting us, but maybe influencing us a bit, too. It's a two-way street.
Okay, let's switch it up slightly. Let's talk science. Our source had some cool facts. Starting with the big one. Why is the sky blue?
Rayleigh scattering.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's physics, but basically, sunlight has all the colors mixed in. When it hits the air molecules in our atmosphere, the blue light gets bounced around, scattered much more than the red light does.
Okay.
So that scattered blue light comes at our eyes from all over the sky, makes the whole thing look blue. Think of it like blue light bumping into way more stuff on its way down.
Got it. That makes sense. Then there was the height of clouds. The highest ones are over 13,000 meters up.
Yeah, incredible height. The source compared it to stacking, 100 buildings?
Yeah, puts it in perspective.
Those are usually the really high, wispy ones you see, cirrus clouds.
Right. And this next one that blew my mind a bit, rainbows are actually circles.
Full circles, yeah. We just usually see the top half because the ground gets in the way.
So you'd need to be, like, in a plane to see the whole thing.
Pretty much.
Wait.
Or maybe on a really high mountain looking down into a valley with rain.
Yeah.
It's possible. Just rare from the ground.
Wow. Okay. And finally, pilots flying above the clouds.
Yeah, up there, the sky just blue.
Huh.
Always clear, always blue. Above the weather systems.
Yeah.
A totally different view.
It really shows you the atmosphere has layers, doesn't it? What we see down here isn't the whole story.
Not at all.
So as we kind of wrap this up, our source had a challenge for listeners, and we want to pass it on to you too. Just next time you get a chance, look up, really look, and try to describe the sky in English. Maybe use some of those words we talked about.
Yeah, jot it down. Maybe even send a voice note to yourself or a friend. It makes it real, connects back to everything we've discussed.
And remember that thought from the source. The sky connects us all. Wherever you are, we're all under the same one.
It's this vast shared ceiling, a universal constant in our lives.
So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. How does something so familiar, so there all the time, inspire so much wonder, so many questions, so many stories? And how does it keep shaping how we see ourselves in this huge universe?
Yeah, something to chew on next time you look up.